Now it's time to see how we can edit a note in our app, and for that I will go inside note_item.xml and I will add some attributes here to make this card view to have a ripple effect when you click on the card view, when you click on the note item. Because what I want to do is to click on the note item, and that is going to take us to the add edit activity. This is the reason why I call that activity add and edit, because we're going to use it also to edit our note, and it's going to take us to that activity, and then we're going to edit our particular note on which we clicked. And here I'm going to add some attributes to have the triple effect, which is clickable to true, focusable to true, and for the foreground we pass this one here. Let's press Ctrl Z because I messed up the code. Now I'm going to go inside the main activity, because now I need to declare this get result as a property, because I want to use it in a code later. So what I will do first is to see what type is this expression, the whole expression that is here. So I'm going to press Shift Control P and we select the whole expression, and as you can see it's an activity. Let's press again Shift Control P. It's an activity result launcher. So what I'll do, I'll go up here, so I'll declare it as a property. So I'll type private latent it var. I'm gonna type get result. It's gonna be an activity result launcher, and we're gonna have an intent for the type, and I will go down here and I'll delete the val, and I'll just simply put get result equals to this one. Now what I'll do next, I'll go inside note adapter. I will create here an interface, so I'll type interface on click listener. It's gonna have a function on click item, and it's gonna have a parameter, a note. Now what I'll do, I'll go here, because here we're gonna handle our clicks on the item inside this note view holder, because this represents our note note XML. So I'll type here view dot set on click listener. And here I will type, I'll go first up here, I will create a property, I'll type val listener of type on click listener, and I will type here if, I'm gonna type get adapter position, so get adapter position is not equal to recycle view dot no position, and that's a constant which is -1, and we're checking for this because it may happen that we are in the process of swiping, of deleting something, and that in that moment the item has the position is changed to -1. So when you click on that, it will generate an error, because you try to add you try to click on the item while it is being deleted. So this is what we're checking here. I'm going to put curly braces, so we're checking to see if we're not in that scenario, and if that is correct, I'm going to type listener, the property that we created, dot on click, and here I will type notes list get, so we'll put square brackets, and I will type get adapter position, and that is going to return our node. Now I will go inside main activity, and now we'll have an underline here. Let's see where it is. So now our adapter expects to pass that property here, and now I will do what I will do. I'll type here this, and I will go up here, I will put a comma, and I will type on click listener from com.example.room.adapters. Now I need to implement that, implement members, implement that function, and what I'll do here, I'll type val title equals note.title, val description equals note.description, val priority equals node dot priority, and val id equals node dot id. Then I will create a node. I'll type here val node equals to node, and it's gonna have a title, a description, a priority, and I'm gonna type node dot id equals id. So I'm gonna set also the id. Then I will type here. Alright, so actually let's delete this object because we don't need this. And I will type here val intent equals to intent. I'll put this at main activity and add. So we want to go in add edit text activity. And here I will type intent dot put extra, and here I will type extra let's type constants dot extra title, and pass the title. Let's press Ctrl D, extra description, extra priority, and extra, I created a new constant ID, and pass the ID. Alright, next I will type here get result dot launch, and I'm gonna pass our intent. Alright, now let's go inside add edit text activity, and here we need to change it to add request code. What we need to do now is to check here if get intent. So if intent dot has extra constants dot extra ID, then I'm gonna put the title to title equals to edit node, else I'm gonna set the title to add node. Alright, next, if this is true, what we need to do here is to type edit text title dot set text, and here I will type intent dot get string extra we're gonna type constants dot extra title. Let's press Ctrl D a few times. So I'm gonna type here extra description, extra priority, and extra ID. Alright, so I'm gonna set the edit text, and now let's change this to edit text description, priority, oh, so we need to type here number picker to set the priority. Number picker dot set value equals to intent get int extra, let's type constants dot extra priority. Let's delete the last one because I'm not gonna set the ID. Now I will go down here, and what I will do here is I will check to see if intent dot has extra constants dot extra ID. Then I'm gonna type here alright, so let's change this to if to I'm gonna type here val ID equals to intent dot get int extra. I'm gonna type here constants dot extra ID, and I'm gonna pass a default value of -1. And I'm gonna type here if ID is not equal to -1, so we have an ID. Then I'm gonna type here intent dot apply, so intent so let's put actually set result, and I'm gonna type here constants. I created a new constants for the edit request code, so let's go there to see. So I created those new constants here, so edit request code, and here I will type, I will basically copy this, but we're gonna put also another one, put extra the ID, because in order to update the a specific row from our room database, we need the ID. So the SQLite room database needs the ID. So I'm gonna type here constants dot ID extra ID. I'm gonna pass here ID. I'm gonna type here ID, the ID that we got from above. Else I'm gonna execute this part. So let's put this, and I'm gonna let the finish here, because no matter what branch is executed, the finish is gonna be called and it's gonna leave the activity. Now we have an error. Let's see where. Oh, so I need to pass a default value there. Let's put -1. Right, now let's go inside main activity, and now we need to do something when we get that data back. So I'll type here else if gonna type it dot result code equals to edit to constants dot edit request code. Then I'm gonna copy this code that we have here, I'm gonna copy this code also, Ctrl Z, copy, let's paste it here, but we also need to get the ID, so I'll type here another one, val ID equals it dot data dot get int extra, let's type constants dot extra ID, and let's put a default value of -1. And so we're gonna type here note dot ID equals to ID. Let's separate those two to make it more clear. So we have a problem. Alright, so let's push it. Let's put here. Alright, next I'll type view model. So note view model dot update node, and I'm gonna pass our node. Alright, let's wipe data to make sure that our emulators are gonna work. And let's run our app to see how it's working and if it's working. Alright, so our app opened. Let's add an item. Let's type title, description, and I'm gonna let the priority to 0. I'm gonna click on the save button, and we have title, description, and the priority 0. So now if I click on this, it automatically takes me here where we have the edit node now, and we have title, description, and let's type title updated, description updated. Let's click on save, and we have title updated, description updated. So our code works fine. If we add new items, let's type reading, daily, priority to 2. Let's save it. Now if I click on reading, I can change it. Reading is fun, and I can save it and get reading is fun, so it's updated daily. Now I can change the daily to when you have time. If I click on save, we have reading is fun when we have time. So now our code works fine. Everything works as expected. The only thing that I don't like is this icon is not white. So let's see why. Let's go inside IC close, IC add, and IC save. And let's change here. Let's press Ctrl Alt L. Let's change the color to white. And to do that, I'm going to use the hex code FFF. So I'm going to type here FFF. And now it's white. So now let's, if you run this again, if I click on this button, now the icon, as you can see, is white. So I can add the new item here. New item. Let's click on save, and now the item is added. And you also have this ripple effect, as you can see when you click on the item. Alright, now I'm gonna end this video here and see you in the next video.